Look at there. There's my supervisor. Yes, sir. I know. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I know. That's the boss. I know. We do everything together, don't we, buddy? Well, you can see what I've been doing out here. Bright and early. Sunday morning. While it's still cool. I got this little area dug out where the steps are going to go eventually. And I'm trying to get the final shape of everything. And I found that I had to, after watching the rain, the monsoon season, how the water runs across the ground, this is what I had to do to get it level with the rest of it. So now we're all within about 3 inches, which is fine because I'm going to go over and refine some of it. This in here is still a little rough, but the trouble is I got to dig another hole right in there and possibly another one there to put the little pond liners in. So I got to do that. I got a nice little pile of reserve soil right there, and then another one over there. So I got enough to go against the backboard for the waterfall, and then enough to backfill the ponds, and then enough to spread out over there in the field over there in that grassy field around the corner there. I got a couple low spots, and I've got some low spots out front. I'm going to use all the rest of that for that. But I'm going to hold it in reserve and just in case I need to make some changes or I don't like the way something looks. But now I'm getting down to the point where I've got to buy a load of stone dust and put down and then screed it. Got a screed here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. It's on the porch over there. Yeah, it's on the porch. So that's got to be done. And then I've got to dig out on the top of the septic tank and build a form around that to make trap doors, access doors, so I can hold the soil back so it doesn't have to be dug out so much every time. And what I'll do is I'll put a couple, 2-3 layers of 2-inch insulation, some of the blue board, put that down over top of the door so I don't have to worry about the frost getting in the top of the settling box and the distribution box, keeping that water from freezing. Soil, you get about, I'd say probably a foot worth of soil or more is enough to keep it from getting ice on top of it and blocking your septic tank up. I learned all about that up in Maine where the frost line is 4 foot down. And even in the summertime when you're trying to grow out in a field, you got frost and ice about 20 inches down. So whatever you grow, you got to grow on top of that, which, you know, it's got to be a very cold tolerant type of deal. But now that I got all this pretty close to getting the shape that I want, I can I've got to put a little island right over there, but I'm worried about doing that because I've got to be able to maneuver with the machine, and I may have to park over there where that area is. And I may also have to shave a little bit more soil down right in there. So we'll find out once I get that machine in there. That machine is pretty heavy. It may compact that down because it may not be finished compacting yet. But and I got to find somebody that can run a jumping jack soil tamper, because I've got to tamp all of that canoe shape in there where the waterfall and the little creek's going to be, because that's all got to be settled where it's going to be and make itself happy. My old antique Toro Dingo 222 is doing a good job too. I'm very surprised it's held on this long, but we're getting there. You can see the greenhouse is full. I just picked a whole, I'd say it was a 2.5 gallon bucket full of tomatoes and peppers. So everything is rocking and rolling now. It's looking nice out there, nice and lush. I got some calcium down in the tomatoes. They needed a little bit of calcium. They were starting to get blossom end rot, and now they're corrected. So I got some great big tomatoes in there. I've got to go in there and cap them and clean them and all that stuff, and boil them and get skins off of them and get them ready to can. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Thought I'd let you know that's what I'm up to today, is digging. Yeah, that's the supervisor. Yeah, Mr. Jake. He is the man. So all this is all done. All we need to do now is find a machine that we can dig those holes out and finalize all of that. And I've got a tree stump over there and then another one behind it I've got to dig up. And then one back there in the woods I've got to push a tree over and dig up the stump for that. And then finish digging out the ditch up front up there so that rainwater off of my drainage ditch that's underneath all of this stuff here that catches the rainwater coming from down the hill there is running towards the road. So I got to finish digging that out. I haven't been able to find something strong enough to do it. The last little backhoe I had, an attachment that went on the front of this wasn't strong enough to do it. The roots in the trees were too big and too strong, so I couldn't get anything out of them. So that's the way it goes. I will talk to y'all later. I hope you have a good rest of the Sunday. Bye.